Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the interbus. This is RENDOG'S coming at you from the groves behind me in this Let's Play Minecraft Survival series. In the previous episode, we returned from an epic adventure, and I was telling you guys all about my holiday in South Africa. In this episode, my friends, we are getting down to some serious business, because it has been too long since you and I were playing Minecraft Survival together, and we have got a butt-ton of things to do. I hope you guys are comfortable. I hope you got something tasty to snack on, something crunchy to sip on. We're going to play some Minecraft Survival together today, and it is going to be freaking sweet. Now, as you guys can see, I've been a bit of a busy dog getting my choppage on around here in the groves. The last time you guys saw this, there was a whole bunch of sweet-ass trees over here, and they have all been chopped down. I have realized something, my friends, that I wanted to share with you today. My wood gathering skills in this series are absolutely terrible. This grove was basically a butt-ugly, inefficient piece of rubbish. And for the last 2 years or so in this series, I've been wanting to upgrade this thing. And since I've gone back from holiday, guys, I gotta tell you, man, I am in such a Minecraft mood. It's almost like a Minecraft spark has been ignited in my freaking butthole. And I just want to play as much Minecraft as I can. I've literally just got back from work. Give me 1 second, man. I need to taste of this, sip of this tasty beverage. Oh, man, Rooibos, baby. It is the fuel of my Minecraft dreams. That's what that is. But yeah, guys, I am just so freaking inspired right now to play some Minecraft. And you know what I've realized? There are a lot of things in this series that need upgrading. You know, a lot of this stuff is all from a much earlier time when we were playing Minecraft, you know, 3-4 years ago, when it was okay just to have a few trees planted here, to cut them down, to collect the wood and make the plankage and whatnot. But what we have come to realize, of course, over the last few years or so, is that Minecraft has expanded as a game in a dramatic freaking way. And it is about freaking time that we change with the times, my friends. And that's exactly what we're going to start doing today. I know that we have to work on Mob Castle. I know that we have to work on the Jungle Railway Line and the Victorian Greenhouse. But you know what, guys? I'm going to take a little bit of a detour today. And I want to try and finish off this grove. I want to make this grove super sweet. And I've got some really, really cool ideas for it that I'm going to share with you guys today. I've also realized a little something. And yeah, at the end of the previous recording of the last episode, I actually started to work on the Victoria greenhouse in preparation for today's video. But what I soon realized was that we need a ridiculous amount of slimeage to be able to complete that build. And yeah, we're going to have to try and figure out how to make a bit of a slime farm, guys. And yeah, I mean, there's just no ways I'm going to be able to grind that much slime. We literally need like, I don't know, probably like 200 or 300 slimes, slime blocks. So, or not slime blocks, sorry, just bits of slime. So in the next couple of episodes, we're going to head over to the swamplands, which is just behind the Cyberdog Drive-In, and we're going to be setting up a little bit of a slime farm there. So yeah, a couple of cool things to do over the coming episodes, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy them. Now, I want to talk you guys through a little bit of a plan that I have for the new grove area. And as you guys can see, we have all of the saplings now in Minecraft, which is awesome. Now that we've collected the acacia sapling on our last adventure, we've got acacias, birch, oaks, spruces, jungles, and dark oak woods. And as you guys can see, I've lined them up like little soldiers over here. And the reason I've done this is because I want to show you guys exactly my plans for this grove. So what I want to try and do, guys, is do a little something like this, right? As you guys can see, if we plant some of these saplings right next to each other, actually, I don't think this one's going to work very well. We can actually grow them, and obviously you guys will know this, but remember, I'm a Minecraft noob, right? We can grow them a little something like this, right? Which is awesome. We can sort of make rows of them like this. Now, this works for all of the saplings except for spruce, I believe, which is kind of annoying. It even works for these dark oak wood saplings too, which is really cool. But I want to try and design a grove that will essentially be really cool rows, a row for each of the different tree type. And in that row, we'll be able to plant the trees, except for the spruce woods, but we'll be able to plant them all in a row, one after each other. And as we are now currently working on Mob Castle, and we have a fairly sustainable source of bones, and therefore bone meal, I think we can take this grove into the next level of efficiency by using the bones that we get from Mob Castle to come here and just grow all of these trees and then replant them really, really easily. Unfortunately, I don't think there is any better way to harvest wood in Minecraft Survival at the moment. So, you know, basically when you, I think, this is just my theory anyway, when making a wood farm like this, you just want to try and make it as efficient as you possibly can for your own chopping purposes. You know, cutting down trees isn't exactly the most exciting thing in the world, although I personally do quite enjoy it. But I know there are other people out there, Iskel, who absolutely hate cutting down trees. So, you know, with that in mind, I'm going to try and make myself a nice and efficient little wood farm over here. So I tell you what, guys, I'm going to sort of set up an initial idea. I've got this sort of idea in my brain on how exactly I want this tree farm to look. And then we will get all the saplings planted and try and go find some bones. Essentially what I'm going to do, let me just run it past you guys. What I'm essentially going to do here is plant trees. I'm going to try and plant them in rows like this, right? So this is going to be the row for the trees. Let's, for example, make this an acacia row. So the row of acacias will sit a little something like this. Let's just make sure that we've got a little bit of light here. I don't want to get a creeper up my butt here. But check it out, right? So we'll make a row of acacias like this all the way to the end of the grove like that. And what I want to do now is make it really, really sweet, right? So check it out. This is my thinking. Let me just drop off all of these saplings and let me run you through this. I don't just want to plant these trees on the dirt and, you know, try and, I don't know, I want to make something a little bit more interesting for this particular grove design. So let's make ourselves a bit of acacia wood plankage. Oh, baby, a whole bunch of acacia wood plankage for the first time, which makes me really happy. But check it out, guys. What I kind of want to do is run a little something like this, right? So the acacia wood saplings will obviously have acacia wood stairs running next to them like this, which I think will look pretty awesome. Then let's do exactly the same, but this time for jungle wood. Let's just get all of this out of the inventory. And let's make a little bit of jungle wood plankage and a few of these stairs like this. And now, for example, if we wanted to 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. If this is going to be the jungle wood row, that's going to look a little something like this, right? Let's get the jungle wood saplings in there. Where are they? Oak and jungle wood saplings look very similar in this texture pack. But check it out, right? So these are going to be the jungle wood saplings. Then we're going to put jungle wood stairs like this. And basically, if you can imagine this entire grove set up like this, so a row for each of the different sapling types, I think it's going to look really, really sweet. And you know what we could potentially do then also is put some, oh man, I don't know how we're going to do this. We might have to put some glowstone bits in between these passageways over here. Or we might just put some slabbage or something down there. But I think that's going to end up looking really, really cool. And it is also going to mean that when we come here to collect wood, it's going to be a really, really quick affair. We'll be able to basically get that wood really, really fast. So that's going to be pretty sweet, man. And yeah, guys, you know what? I'm going to go off camera now. I'm going to have to return to Mole City now just to collect a few more bones, to get a few more bits of dirt and a whole bunch of other random jazz that we might need. Oh, you butt. Freaking creepers. Well, first creeper explosion since I've been back from holiday. At least it didn't kill me. Blew up a little bit of my grove, though, which makes me kind of sad. But anyway, guys, I'll see you on the other side of this kaplan before there are any more kaplooies, and we'll have a look at what I do. Hopefully it's going to be sweet. Alright, my friends, welcome back. As you can see, I'm making some pretty decent progress with upgrading the tree grove. However, I've run into a little bit of a problem, and it is an aesthetic one that I wanted to run past you guys. I've just got back from Mole City and from Mob Castle, in fact. I managed to pick up another stack of bones, which is awesome, and I picked up a bunch of other materials that I thought we could potentially use, like bricks and cobblestone. Got some glowstone up in here too, but I have been a little bit stumped, actually, by the aesthetics of this build. And yeah, I've noticed, in fact, just a few seconds ago, that these two textures over here are not looking very decent together. The acacia wood plank and the jungle oak wood plank in this texture pack look absolutely terrible next to each other. And the only way that we're going to make this grove look absolutely awesome is if, I think, we put plankage next to each other that's going to sort of suit the plankage that's on either side of it. So I'm thinking that before I install all of the rows and get all of the stairs down, why don't we try and figure out which bits of planks are going to look best with each other. And I have a sneaky suspicion that oak wood stairs are going to look pretty decent next to acacia. So why don't we start right there, my friends? Instead of having this as a jungle row, why don't we try it as an oak row? Let's have a look. Is that going to look pretty good together? Yeah, you see the acacia and the oak looks pretty decent next to each other. And let's make a little bit of oak wood plankage too, and see what that's going to look like. Do we have any more acacia wood in here? No, I don't think so, but let's have a look. If we connect these two together, well, that looks kind of okay. The textures do seem to match a little bit. I think what we probably need to do is experiment with a few of the other textures also. So why don't we try a little bit of spruce wood? Let's have a look at what the spruce wood planks look like. Let's make a few spruce wood stairs and a few spruce wood planks. Stick them next to the acacia over there and see what that looks like. If we get rid of this oak wood plankage and stairs over here and replace these with some spruce wood, oh, you see, now that's looking a little bit better. Let's just sleep this night away before we get waylaid once again. But there we go. You see, look at that. Okay, that's looking pretty damn decent. The spruce wood stairs and the acacia wood stairs, or the textures, seem to match quite nicely, actually. Okay, so this is going to be spruce, and this is going to be acacia. Unfortunately, that means we have a little bit of a mismatch, though, because we can't plant the spruce trees right next to each other. But you know what? I think that's okay. I think it's okay to have a little bit of a mix and match throughout the grove. Why don't we just do exactly the same thing on this side? And on this side, what is going to go nicely with the spruce wood stairs, I wonder? Shall we try birch? Yeah, let's try a little bit of birch action in here. You know what's sweet about this build? Everything is made out of wood, and we're harvesting wood at the same time as building it, so that's kind of awesome. Spruce wood, we got a little bit of a problem. That's a bit of an awkward texture going on over there. That's not really going to fit in with these two textures. Perhaps, why don't we get that one out of the bed, because that's looking a little bit freaking ugly right now. We've done acacia, we've done jungle. So what we've got left is jungle. We've got dark oak wood also, which we need to do a little bit of experimenting with. That looks like it's going to go very well with the jungle. In fact, they are basically the same texture, just a different color. So those two are going to match one another. All we have left is birch, jungle, oak, and what else? Are we missing another one? No, I think that's pretty much it, right? One, two. Okay, so we've got acacia, we've got spruce, and I think, let's have a look. Oh man, that is not going to look very pretty, I must say. Although, I suppose it's not too bad if we do the spruce over there and then sort of go into the jungle wood over here, and then we'll end off at the end of the grove, 1, 2, 3, with some dark oak wood action. Of course, the dark oak wood row is going to have to be a double. So that'll be the dark oak wood row like that. And that looks, yeah, I suppose that's okay. It's just that freaking spruce that is throwing me off right now. Although, you know what? It's kind of cool because the spruce is sort of in the middle of the grove, right? We've got acacia and spruce, and then we've got birchwood. Sorry, this is the birchwood texture that's throwing us off a bit. That's in the sort of center of the grove, which I think kind of works out pretty well. Yeah, I think this is going to work out quite nicely. Well, let me get this set up, guys, and I'll bring you back, and we'll have a look at what it looks like. My brain can sort of see what it's going to look like, but, you know, proof is in the pudding, man. Let me get this done quick. Well, Cyberdogs, it is starting to come together slowly but surely. Looking a little bit butt ugly right now, but I think that's probably because we have a whole bunch of grass around the grove. I mean, what we're eventually going to have to do is try and make a sort of outline for the grove. We might have to change all of the surrounding land around the grove itself to maybe cobblestone blocks or something like that, just to make it sort of pop out of the environment a little bit more. Also, because the rows are made out of grass too, it sort of blends in with the environment a little bit, which is a challenge I think that we're going to have to try and deal with. Now, this is looking pretty awesome, although I've just realized that we have basically missed out on one of the freaking saplings, and that is, of course, the the oak sapling has been left out. Oh, shame. Look how sad he is. Oh, poor little oak sapling. Dang it! I knew that I'd freaking forgotten something in this build. Oh, man. I'm going to have to try squeeze it in. I think what we'll do is squeeze it in between the jungle and the birchwood. I think that'll be quite a nice transition between birch and junglewood. So let me do that, guys. I'm going to have to break apart both of these rows, move them in this direction, and squeeze the damn oak wood sapling row in there. Sigh. Well, Cyberdogs, it only took a couple of face palms to begin this project. You know, usually it takes a few more than that when we are playing Minecraft with RenDogg'S, but I'm happy to say that things are going pretty nicely. I've squeezed in our little oak friend row over here in between the birch and the jungle. And yeah, this place is starting to look pretty pimptastic, if I do say so myself. What I want to experiment with a little bit now, though, my friends, is, I don't know, let's try and make this place look even sweeter. I have a really cool idea that I wanted to try before we move on with the build. And why don't we try and get a few signs up in here? That could be pretty sweet, right? So check it out. If we just make a few signs like this, oh, we'll just make a bunch of signs. No need to worry about wastage. Now that we have a grove that is going to produce a disgusting amount of wood for us, I don't really mind wasting. But check it out, guys. Why don't we throw a little bit of mossy cobblestone action at the edge or at the end of each row like this? And I think what we could probably do is add a little bit of a nice touch here. So check it out, right? We could just go dark oak like that, and then this one's going to be jungle wood, and so on. And that actually adds quite a nice little touch to it, doesn't it? I think that's pretty damn sweet. Now, I have been thinking about some other improvements that we could do to the grove, and I gotta tell you, man, my freaking brain is going absolutely crazy right now. I want to make this grove absolutely awesome. I don't want it to just be a place where I come and cut down trees. I've been thinking about adding, for example, a sort of a level above this row where we could walk along that level to, for example, cut down the leaves if we wanted to collect leaves. That could be a pretty awesome thing. Kind of like a workman's platform or something like that that runs in between the rows. Kind of like in an apple grove, I suppose, where you can sort of climb up to pick the apples. That could be pretty awesome. And what I'm also thinking about very seriously is creating some sort of an automatic transport system right over here where we could stick the wood that we collect and the leaves that we collect into here, and we could send it back to Mole City. And perhaps what we could do is set up a lumber mill or something like that in the Viking district of Mole City. I've been trying to think of something to do with the Viking district, and that could actually be a pretty awesome use for that district if we set up a place in the snow there where we'd be able to send all of the produce that we get from the grove to the lumber mill to be processed. I think that could be pretty damn awesome. Am I right? I think that's a pretty awesome idea. So lots of ideas going through my brain right now, guys. And of course, being on the Kingdom Craft server, I have learned quite a lot about things like automatic transport systems and whatnot. And I would like to start implementing some of those things into this particular series. Just, you know, so we can get our freaking Minecraft world into the 22nd century. You know, just get it really, really awesome around here, man, and get some automation happening. I think that could be pretty cool. But check it out, man. This is looking pretty damn decent. And I've got a whole bunch, I've got a whole bunch of bone meal in my inventory. Let's just do a bit of bone mealing over here, just to get a little taste of the flavor of what this place could look like eventually. I think it's going to look pretty damn awesome. Let's get all of the trees grown for now. And you know, this is making me really, really happy because, man, I've been wanting to do this in our tree section for so very long now, guys. I just haven't managed to get around to it. But yes, look at this. This is looking absolutely jazztastic. But we need to find a way to make this place look a little bit more beautiful. And the last thing that I wanted to do in today's episode, my friends, is just experiment a little bit with a little bit of plankage action. So let's get some spruce wood plankage and some acacia wood plankage. Where is the acacia wood? Oh man, it looks so freaking similar around here, doesn't it? I can't see it. Okay, let's make a few more of these. And what I was thinking about doing along the internal rows, along these rows over here, is alternating the slabbage like this, right? Which I think, oh wait, that's not alternation. Which I think could add a pretty cool effect. It's kind of like the two rows are coming together, if you will. That could be pretty awesome. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. There might be something else interesting that we can do in the middle there. I'm thinking maybe using some glowstone and some moss stone. That could work quite nicely. So something like, I don't know, every let's see, 1, 2, 3. Every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, we add a little like a little torch or something like that. That could be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's sort of going to stop me at being able to walk very easily through this passageway like this. But I don't think that's the end of the world. That could be pretty awesome. Oh man, so many possibilities, guys. Oh, this is going to be such a sweet-ass grove when I'm finished with it. Unfortunately, though, my friends, I've run out of time for today, but I do hope you have enjoyed the episode. I've had a freaking blast. Can't wait to get back home from work tomorrow and play a little bit more Minecraft with you guys. I'm just having such a beautiful time playing the game at the moment. And let me know what you think about the grove in the comment section below, guys. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I thank you. If you don't, well, you know how it goes. You're going to get something up your butt, and it ain't going to be pretty. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Been RENDOG'S, playing Minecraft Survival. So happy to be back. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.